Hello, people. We on. Sorry about getting here late. I was quite busy. I had to rush home. But we're here before the race. That is what is important in our first round for the Inter tier. Let me make sure my mic is on. Yeah, it's on. Let's do sound check. Sound check 1, 2. I'm moving up and down, side to side like a roller coaster. All right. We are good. How is the quali looking? Deck, Panther, Merc, top 3. Simon behind them with Mr. P, Iceman, Viva and P7 doing a great job there. Always the strongest out of the rest. Badger, PRV, Dog, Kez, and EM. Not a massive grade, but that is usually how it is over here in the Inter tier. It's not really that much of a turn up most times. And it's not a surprise because if you did watch the 100% tier yesterday, the tier 1s absolutely ran away from the rest of us. But that doesn't mean our race wasn't fun. Racing with the likes of Woody, who else was there? Racing like of Woody, Viking, Fox, Simon, Coffee. It was a fun race. For a race that obviously lower tier drivers might not enjoy too much, but we still have our development tier championship anyway, so that is what is important to us. So every point matters, and constructors helping your tier 1 teammate gather up those constructors. Last night, I believe Aston Martin will take the lead of the 100% constructors championship as they were the strongest finishers out of the two. I believe it was Aston. Aston won another team, then us in Alpine, as both did a good job to finish in P5 or P6 it was. I ended up finishing in P12. That's how it was looking yesterday. But we'll be start the race anytime soon now. One light, 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, and 5 lights ahead of the drivers. And his foot to the floor and go for the opener of the Inter tier. Declan will keep his race lead pole position as he had a good start there on those medium tires. Let's check what tires everybody else is on. We're going to leave this on interval for sure. So let me see the lab data and we need the full map. As Declan and Black Panther will be starting on the medium tires. The rest of the drivers actually going for the hards. Interesting call for them. Iceman did drop a lot of places as the Red Bull crying it down the inside, making contact for sure. Maybe there with the Alpine. The Alpine is going to go off track, pushing. Cares off track. Both of them are now off. Definitely. Stewards will be looking at that, but not very clean start from the grid, but clean one from Deck nonetheless, who will pull away from the rest of them now. As Black Panther will stuck right behind. These two are actually teammates in tier 1. Today here they will not be working together as they are not teammates, obviously, as you can see. But they could get their chemistry and see how each other race. Right here, kick Sauber drivers of Deck and Black Panther. Merc right behind them will be pushing pressure. Simon overtaken by his teammate Mr. P going into the corner. He takes that place from Simon up to P4 he goes. He will try not to lose that DRS to the drivers in front. Exactly what you do not want here. China. Such a struggle of a track to stay close to the drivers. If you lose that DRS, will be pushing. Mark also will be pushing to make sure that Deck and Panther do not run away from them here, because if they do, this race will end up being for those two drivers in front. Mr. P still losing more time to the drivers in front, and that means definitely he'll be out of that DRS, and he's going to be the leader now of this next pack as UFRL doing a strong job here. All he has to do is just stay behind these drivers and keep going. Hard tires, they're all on. who is right behind Black Panther, also on those hard tires, but in this pack of three, he's the only one with hard tires. If you can stay close to the first part of this stint, he will be in the optimal position for a race win here. As you can see, that is the strategy to go for. 1 or 2 stops, I think the fastest definitely will be a 1 stop, 2 stop there. Just not be in your best interest, especially in a 50% race. So head down the straight now. He will keep them kind of close. Doesn't need to push too hard right at the start. You know those tires start to come into play soon, but you don't want these quick drivers in front to start pulling away, because when they start to work together and pull away, that will not be very ideal for the rest of the pack. As Merck, after a little bit of mistake there from the Williams, almost going into back of the McLaren and forcing it to close, will get back into their DRS. Declan gets the fastest lap, 1:35.0. And the RBs will try to work together to protect themselves from the hassle of Viva behind EMT. If another mistake there, it's going to keep going. Did EMT get damaged? Let's see. Did he get damaged in that incident that he was in? Because for him to be slower than Kers is quite interesting. Maybe he made a mistake, because he is a tier 2 driver, so you get checking to be quicker than Kers. I'll see if he can claw back there. At 3:10 now, you guys are behind UFRL. Viva just staying in this position behind 3 top drivers. See how long you can hold on to it. Dog. Actually, let me reduce my TV because you guys are probably hearing the TV, which is good. Dog right behind them. I won't say they're squabbling in front, but they are slightly for Dog to stay in the fight. Badger was looking for it down the inside, but thought to get out of it. Maybe coming up with this corner now, he has better entry and the exit. He use the DRS. The Haas does have the exit in front. He will be able to defend from him, but he's gaining on that Visa RB. How much the Visa RB defend is as the Haas is gaining, switches to the inside. Back to the outside. He will try it around the outside. Simon is going to defend it. Can Viva hit him with the switchback? It's going to be enough. And the Visa RB can't protect his teammate. That fast moving has there. Dog still trying to get back to the pack in front. He need to. Iceman now is putting pressure on him and will use that DRS to make the move on the McLaren of Dog, who doesn't fight it too hard and let Iceman slide through. Maybe he's trying to stay behind Iceman. See if he can catch up to the drivers in front of Viva and Simon. Merck still in a great position here, 1.8 behind the 2 in front, not too far away from them. I think about like 6 or 7. His tires definitely start being the same, then what better than the drivers in front of him. So will be leading his own race before. That's definitely what he will be fighting for here. That's 4th position. Simon. Not make it easy for him, but his team could walk. Raja still looking for it down the inside, still not close enough. And Iceman has now caught up to the pack. And Eva also, Dog also will catch up to the pack and use that DRS to stay with them. He tries his best now not to fall out of the pack. Very close out of that 1 second buffer as McLaren and Williams fighting in front, exactly what UFRL and Merck will be looking for. 1.9 seconds there, he was behind them. How much did he gain as he came out of that corner? Still 1.9. They didn't lose too much time fighting there, as Declan now will go on the inside there of Black Panther. They are just switching, using that DRS switch to pull away from Merck here. Being smart, the 2 in front. Because they know if they keep fighting, that Ferrari is in the optimal position. Get right behind them with those hard tires, and if he goes in the medium later in the race, he's in the best position to win this race. As Simon Iceman fighting with Dog here, trying to round the outside the McLaren, but there's nothing doing. The Red Bull will stay in P8 ahead of Dog. He tries on the outside, but still no space whatsoever for him. Iceman is going to aggressively defend it. Can Dog hit him with the switchback? It won't be enough to come out of the hairpin here. Does he have the exit speed coming out? No, he does not, and he's going to stay behind that Red Bull. This is an interesting pack that we have here. 1, 2, 3, 6 drivers who will be watching the PRV widget, trying to push hard to get close to them. This is a problem with that we have with the weekend tiers. We don't have that much people showing up, especially lower tier drivers, and it gets, obviously, for a driver like PRV widgets and Kez, it will get boring when you're like only 2 tier 3 drivers racing alone. I'd like to see more tier 3 and tier 2 drivers showing up for these races. Even if you're not going for a race win, obviously you're racing tier 1s. We're going to be racing each other and racing tier 3 drivers, so it will be fun. Imagine having a grid of 17 here, and like 3 more tier 2s and 3 more tier 3s. That would just make it absolutely brilliant. So please, guys, if you can't show up for weekend tiers, why not just reserve and help us fill up the grid so we can keep these races going. If you want F2, maybe we could start doing F2, so maybe to try and get more people on the grid, because I feel it's daunting for a lot of people to come racing with tier 1s. You know they are faster than you. As EMT goes off there, Simon and Viva fighting. Viva trying it around the outside, trying to get the move completed as they're going to go wheel to wheel. Now Simon will talk right. Okay. Angry Badger still right behind our Haas. Still hasn't gotten this to make the move yet. Yeah, as they were had few laps, still no changes yet. Surprisingly, Simon hasn't gotten past his teammates in front. He does not have the arrest in front. Black Panther and Deck now probably doing a better job not to struggling and allow Merck to stay too close to them, because he has fallen now back 3.6 seconds away from the drivers in front. This is when his tires will start to get better than the drivers in front, and can he have the pace to catch up to them? They have that DRS advantage too, as they will be doing some DRS switching. So this will be quite difficult for Merck, but he definitely will not be giving it up as he will be pushing on there. Simon finally making the move on his teammate. Down the inside he goes, as Mr. Pina has dropped to P5. Still, as they're all fighting here, Iceman looking for it down the inside. Not close enough for Badger there to do it, especially in that corner. Hardly see anyone making moves into that corner. Probably not the best place to make a move as Simon and Mr. P. Oh, as Mr. P makes a little bit of contact with his teammates, they're going to keep going there, but not good for them. Nothing doing. As we are still right behind these who are definitely stressing him out. Now has been overtaken down the inside. Up with by the Red Bull, he will try to keep his place around the outside, but not enough traction, not enough grip there. Nice one. Up to P7 he goes, past the Mercedes of Badger. Declan and Black Panther front still pulling away from Merck, 3.9 seconds. Ferrari man, you still try to push 4.1 now. It looks like these drivers in front are working too well together at this point. When you have another driver beside him and they were using the DRS, on hard tires, he probably would have covered. But this is going to be difficult now as Mr. P makes a move on his teammate. Viva is going to follow him now, finally getting past Simon now. He now talks right behind Mr. P with a better entry going into that corner, but these are that's good exit enough. Now in that visa some which the has Badger 3/10 dog fight. This definitely will be a fight for P4. He's probably the most likely to finish the P4. Luckily, we have this interesting 6-car battle. Not too much of a spread. PRV widget 7 seconds behind them. He'll be trying his best to catch up to them, but I'm sure that'll be very difficult. Kez, who's doing, I guess, a better job now, 2.1 seconds. Has started reeling PRV in. As Kez finally gone off those default setups and has a good setup now that he can actually keep close to drivers in front. But as you can see, he's gaining on PRV. Does he have damage in front? No, he does not. He does not have damage on his Mercedes. Kez' car is also clean. EMT can't catch up to Kez after being behind him for so long now and not having damage. It will be interesting to know if Kez finally has good setups enough to push out as Simon loses a place and his teammate also losing a place to the Haas. Take it back with that DRS. Simon on the Red Bull now, looking for it down the inside, switches to the outside, not close enough. The Red Bull does a good job to defend the Iceman. So Iceman's next target now will be Mr. P. He's making up those places. Hot Dog, then Angry Badger, then Simon. He overtakes me now. The next one we'll be looking for UFRL Mr. P. UFRL Mr. P in front. So they're pushing. And Viva. I'm gonna put at everyone in the chat to tell them the stream is on. I think probably hasn't seen it yet. I'd like more people to come watch and entertain here. I'm sure these guys will support people. Everyone. On Black Panther now, still walking here with Declan. Merck is doing a good job, still 4.1 seconds behind them. The fact that they have that DRS pull away from them. His tires definitely are better than the mediums in front. That DRS helped so strong in this game. As you can see now, gaining on the Haas, the Red Bull, going around the outside, taking that place back before. Iceman is going to go on the inside too. And make the move on. You see, down the inside he goes though. On Viva, the corner I said will be very difficult to make the move. He tried it there. Viva did a good job to defend it. And on what is going on here? As you can see, side by side they're going to go into turn one. Simon will get ahead of Viva. Iceman lost the place to Simon there, so he was squabbling with him. They are going to be very close now. All these drivers, clean racing from, they're absolutely brilliant stuff. As Iceman now will compromise a little bit, and that will give Angry Badger behind him a chance, or will give him a chance to go around the outside, switching to the inside. Unbelievable stuff from the Red Bull. Can he complete the move on the inside? Yes, he does. But he pushes Viva off track a little bit. Viva has to keep going here. Can he get back to the pack? He will try to get back to them there, but it looks like something might have happened between those two there. But Simon and Mr. P can't keep going. The Visa RBs in a good position here now, and in the strongest position for team wise, or constructors wise. Maybe this will be the two to grab a constructors this year. Mr. P did win constructors last season. Merck did about 5 races for Alpine, so he was part of that team. But can Mr. P grab another constructors here in the Inter tier? Maybe a championship. They definitely wanted to win the championship this year. Mano took it last year. Links Peace, who has left the league, was one of the competitors with Hazer. Hazer not showing up here today. I believe he does have a race ban, so he's not going to race today, but he will be back for sure next week to show that he wants an inter-tier championship. Definitely will be fighting for it. He did get race ban, 2 race bans, so he didn't do the final race that could have seen him win the championship, but Mano took that one. Definitely he will be coming for revenge this season. It's Merck now, still 2.9 seconds behind. Maybe now will be the time where he can reel the 2 drivers in front in, but we will see. These are be still working together here to defend. The rest of the drivers behind them. Has Viva caught up fight in front? He will still be pushing him too, as he was fighting with Iceman, and that forced him off. I don't know what happened between them. Maybe they made contact, maybe Viva might have overstayed a little bit while fighting him. It's still what this is still what that we'll have to see exactly what happened. Iceman behind the other Red Bulls as he's in the Red Bull car. And he will be finally trying to make a move on two working teammates in front down the straight seaway. He's going to use that little bit of his DRS coming out, and the DRS is slowing to behind the slipstream here, but it doesn't look like they have enough to make one move here. Going into the pits now. There they go. Declan and Black Panther will be going into the pits now. Oh, Simon and Mr. P fighting. Simon gets ahead of his teammate before they get to the final corner. Up to P4 he goes. Declan finally has come to the pits. It's going to be hard tires for Declan and Black Panther. Where will they come out though? Will they come out right behind someone who will slow them down here? No, they will not. They will just come right behind Viva. Not too close for Viva to be slowed down. Maybe that's exactly what Merck will need in front. If they can catch up to the three drivers, the squabbling drivers in front, definitely it will be the opportunity for that Ferrari to gain the time that he lost while they were using the double DRS between those two to pull away from him. So we're going to watch this now. He's gaining on Viva, but the hard tires definitely are going to stay out a little bit more. I think they're going to stay out to at least lap 16. And this now, we'll see how it's going to work out for them. Black Panther and Deck, is this pit stop the right move for them? Is starting on those medium tires, was that the right move for them when it comes to fighting against the Ferrari of Merck in front? He's 12 seconds away behind in front of the drivers behind him, so he does have a good pit stop buffer. Again, very strong driving from Merck here. You do expect him to have another strong season in Tier 1. I believe P3 this in Season 7 and another P3 in Season 8. Or is it P5? A very strong grade. We'll see what he can do again this season in Tier 1. It does show that he does have better pace. Team up with Mr. P in Mercedes. We'll see how strong both of them can make Angry Badger and Dog squabbling there. Dog getting ahead of the Mercedes here. Finally up to P5 he goes, as Iceman might have made a little bit of contact with drivers in front. Dog can keep going here. Deck though has caught up to them, and this is where it truly matters. This is where they will be losing time, as Angry Badger and Dog in front making a little bit of contact, as you see there. They will not want to lose the pack in front of them. They shouldn't fight too hard to make sure that they don't lose that DRS. Declan though has caught up to Viva, and this is exactly not what he will want. Merck though will be licking his lips, knowing this will be the moments that he can't catch up to them. Yellow flags at the back as Dog has fallen off the track. He can keep going there. He did not spin. But Viva now, Viva can't really do anything about it. This is his strategy. Can't come in now, but Deck and Black Panther will be looking to get past the Haas as quick as possible. They do not want to be slowed down because they know that Merck in front is going to take heavy advantage of this. It's still out there as Declan and both Black Panther both have cleared Viva now, and next will be the pack in front. This is where they will truly struggle because they have 4 drivers in front of them. It was just 1 when it came to Viva, and now it's going to have to be 4 drivers. They're going to have to get past, and this opens up this race. This makes it very exciting to predict. Can the Ferrari take advantage of what is going on here? This is the moment that he will need to push and burn those tires as much as he can. So when he does come into the pit, it's going to be a pit stop that he can take advantage of. Definitely Declan and Black Panther will be catching the drivers in front before they even get to the DRS zone. As you can see, they are squabbling. Simon and Iceman making contact, both Red Bull teams, as Red Bull of Simon can't keep Iceman behind. Mr. P leading this pack. 15 seconds they are now behind Merck, and you know that about 15-16 seconds that Declan and Black Panther will be behind him, but now they are stuck behind these drivers and losing even more time to Merck in front. As you can see, will he be quick to make the move? He's looking for it down the inside deck there, and he's completing the move on Angry Badger, but Angry Badger is not giving it up, making a little bit of contact there. The Mercedes is going to keep fighting. Black Panther has to stay behind him, has to try and use that DRS, doing a good job with that switchback. He will complete the move before they even get to the end of the corner. Yellow flags at the back as that's EMT. What a mistake for him, not the best race he's having here. But Iceman now right behind Declan, still fighting with him. Deck has to clear 2 more Visa RBs, and this will be the lap that truly matters for the McLaren of Deck and the Williams of Black Panther, who spun there because someone has spun, but Badger lost it a little bit. He can keep going there. Absolutely keep going. Simon, Mr. P in front, Merck 16 seconds away from this pack now. How is this going to work out for Merck? On those fresh medium tires, he's absolutely going to be pushing for sure when he does hop on them. As Declan now trying around the outside of Simon, who's definitely going to be slowing him down. And this is not what the McLaren wants. He's going to have to wait. Not close enough there. Still losing time to the drivers. We have the better exit though with a beautiful switchback. The McLaren clears one Visa RB. Another Visa RB to go now. As you can see, more and more time being lost to the Ferrari in front. If I were Merck, this would be the time to come into the pits. As Declan has finally cleared that Visa RB. If I were Merck, this will be the moment I will go into the pits. I wouldn't extend those hards too long here, because 16 to 28 definitely his tires can go 12 laps. They did 12 laps on those mediums. It has to be now or never for the Ferrari push, and we'll see exactly where he can come out. So Black Panther still stuck squabbling with the Visa RB of Mr. P. We'll have who has retired from the session, EMT out of the session, but that is not going to be a safety car. Black Panther now has cleared the pack behind, and Merck still staying now, deciding that he's still going to stay out here. Interesting choice from the Ferrari. I did expect him to decide to go in there. He does have that 16 second on them, and they were losing time to the drivers in front, but now they can gain that time that they did lose. As Mr. P coming into the pit on hard tires, maybe Merck has picked the wrong strategy here. That was the lap to come in, but we will see. Maybe he's going for the softs. Going for the softs though, you're gonna have to keep pushing to lap 28 laps. It's gonna, I think it's only 8 laps that the softs can actually do, and they can only do them right at the end. The 8 laps, I don't think they can even do 8 laps at the start, because the tire wear here at China is too strong for the softs to handle that. You can see them pushing now. Mr. P has come into the pit. He didn't want to, get double stacked by his teammate, so he was the first Visa RB to come in. See where he does come out when he does decide to make his pit stop. As Merck now, when will be the moment? This has to be the moment for the Ferrari. It's the only moment now he will have if he does want to squabble with the drivers behind. They have done 4 laps on those hard Deck and Black Panther, but they still have the pace. Stay away from them. Deck though has moved out of that DRS of Black Panther. Maybe, just maybe, that's exactly what Merck needs to beat the Williams. Maybe not the McLaren, but the Williams. We need to go one more time. Yes, finally the Ferrari decides it is time to come into the pits. I would have thought it could have been a lap earlier, but we'll see how this will work out for that Ferrari. Declan definitely and Black Panther both will be getting ahead of him, but how far will he be getting ahead of that Ferrari who's just came out of his pit box now and will be coming out of the pit lane? Black Panther has gotten ahead of him on those medium tires. Where is he going to be when it goes to them? They just passed him now. Oh no, that was Dog and Viva that just passed him. How many seconds did Merck lose to them? If it looks like considerable amount of time, I would think that he will come a lap earlier, but it doesn't look like that strategy has worked out for him. He's gonna have to put behind Dog and Viva, who will definitely be going into the pits before he can catch into the back of them. I believe this will be their last lap on those hard tires. That's Black Panther now has fallen out of the DRS to Henry's front. Merck just needs to push. He might be able to catch the Williams of Black Panther coming to the end of this race. Black Panther had that protection of the DRS staying behind Deck for the first stint, but now on this stint he's not going to have the protection of that DRS, and definitely Merck with those fresh tires will be gaining on him. As you can see, already quickly gaining on drivers front. Already with the quickest second sector on that Ferrari. He's going to have that DRS now. The first one is going to be the McLaren of Doug, who definitely will make it too hard for the Ferrari as Hazer in chat says hello Hazer, good to see you guys turning up now. It looks like the stream, more people have turned up to the stream, coming to the end here. It's good that you guys are showing the Intertier driver some love as Doug wearing out on those hard tires will have to go into the pits now. We don't want to slow down the Ferrari too much. He is staying out though. That means the Ferrari behind him is going to have to clear him as soon as possible. We don't want to waste time behind the McLaren. And next to catch up to now is going to be Black Panther. 5 seconds though. Can he catch up to Black Panther? 5 seconds coming to the end of this race. It's going to be a lot. Maybe that extra lap that the Ferrari decided to stay out with might not help his strategy here, but we're going to watch and see. 4 seconds as he's gaining corner by corner. It looks like he's gaining a lot on the driver in front already with another faster first sector. When did MDNF? MDNF, I think before the pit stop. I think before all of them started going into their pits, he did DNF, retired in the pit lane. He wasn't having the best of races, made a few mistakes, and he was about 30 something seconds behind Kers and PRV, so he decided it was done for him. But here we go now. Merc, another quick purple sector as he's gaining on the Black Panther rapidly. Already 3 seconds behind, gaining 1.2 seconds in one lap, and maybe he might even have enough to get that McLaren in front, because you can see he's not too far away from him with 10 laps to go in this race. Merc's strategy worked to perfection. What do you call it? Oh my god, I saw this joke like a few days ago. Don't be doing this, Vaser. Don't be coming up with this your absolute cringe jokes in chat. That's Merc. 2.3 seconds now. He's just gaining and fastest lap also on the drivers in front. 1:33.4 for the Ferrari. And who wants to make this prediction? Is Merc going to win this race here? He definitely is going to finish ahead of Black Panther, who he can see already. But does Deck have enough to keep him away? He is still gaining on Deck as they go. And there's still a lot of laps to go. Mr. P, though, his strategy worked to perfection, will get ahead of Simon and Viva and Iceman as he is in P4. Angry Badger staying in right behind him also with the perfect strategy. Now Mr. P, Angry Badger will definitely be fighting for that 4th place. Can Simon have the pace to catch up to them in front? I'm not too sure, because they're all on the same tires. Merc get that DRS on the driver probably on the next lap in front of him. And if he does have that DRS and they can work together, the Williams and the Ferrari, maybe they just might be able to reel in Declan in that McLaren, because you didn't pick him for your team, so he's going to torment you with his awful jokes. Yeah, I guess so. I guess so. That's what he's doing. 4 seconds now as Merc will try to clear the Williams as quick as possible. He locks up in front of Ferrari can't keep up to him, and now has that DRS. Deck will be worried in front, but maybe he knows his pace is enough to win this race here. Merc on 3 laps on those medium tires. But 5 more laps, that is when they will start to fall off, and he will be struggling to actually reel in Deck. So he will need to complete the move on the Williams as soon as possible. Maybe they will work together, maybe not. Maybe Black Panther, considering that his Deck's teammates in tier 1, a little bit more of a connection with Deck and will help the McLaren in front stay away from the Ferrari. He's just waiting for the right moment. Can he hit him with a switchback here? He is going to go for it. He will try it around the outside as they head to this left-hander, and the Williams can keep him behind. He will have that DRS, so very soon as they're coming up, Viva and Simon slowly gaining on Angry Badger and Mr. P for now 3 seconds. We have about 4 seconds a lap earlier. And Merc now will definitely clear the Williams on this one. So, I'm not reading that, Hazer. I'm not reading that. I'm not going to broadcast that for you. As Black Panther behind Merc, Black Panther in front of Merc, and Merc will definitely complete the move before they can get to the penultimate corner. And here he goes now. Will the charge be on now to catch Declan in front. The Williams and the Ferrari can work together here, but is Black Panther willing to work with him? Maybe, maybe not. Merc need help. He will be gaining. You will see if he'll be gaining on deck. 4 seconds that he is now behind that McLaren. So at the end of this lap, you see how many seconds he is behind him as Angry Badger will make the move on his RB of Mr. P. Viva still not same time buffer to the drivers in front. Iceman and Dog have fallen out of this car. The races will overcome when it comes to racing in front, but they have their own fights now. Trying to hold on for it. That's a 3-second penalty. Definitely Dog will be looking at that, pushing out to reel him in. 2.6 seconds now. We are slightly gaining on the drivers in front. Will it be enough to catch them by the end of this race? Merc, as you can see, 3.4 seconds, 3.3 seconds. Oof, it is heating up now. And this is what the Ferrari of Merc will be looking for. Like I said, it is about in 4-5 laps his tires will fall off, and that is when he will not be able to reel in that McLaren. So he will need to push now and get him into that DRS as soon as possible. He has pulled out of Black Panther now, and he wouldn't have the pressure of the Williams driver behind him. Mr. P though, Viva now has slowly catching up to them in now 2.1 seconds as his yellow flags at the back. It is for the Mercedes of PRV. Looks like he made a little bit of a mistake, but he's gonna keep going now as Angry Badger still staying behind Mr. P. And Viva and Simon here. Simon not close enough to do the DRS switching with the hassle. Viva almost goes into the back of him. They're very late braking. Poor joke, then it's a good joke. Only poor people are good. Around the outside, Angry Badger goes. Get back ahead of Mr. P. Maybe this is exactly what we are looking for. Maybe the pace that Badger has wouldn't be enough to keep them away, but the pace that Visa RB has might be enough. 1.9 seconds now, 1.8 seconds. Exactly what they're looking for. 2 laps fresher tires that Viva is on. 3 seconds now that Merc is behind Declan. But as you can see, the time that he's gaining on Declan isn't as much anymore because his tires are in that position where they will start to fall off and wouldn't have extreme pace compared to the hard tires. Will soon start to be equal on track, and Merc will have to use pure pace if he wants to catch up to him. This is exactly what Viva will go to. We need the Visa RB and the Mercedes to keep squabbling in front. As you can see now, 1.4 seconds behind them. Yellow flags at the back as Kers is off as a safety car. Unbelievable. 6 laps to go here. I think that was Kers or Iceman. Looks like it was Iceman who brought out the safety car. Definitely they will be happy with that. A lot of these drivers. Deck will be the one who will not be loving this. Merc might not be loving this too, because it looks like he was gaining on Deck, but they'll definitely all be going to the place. Soft tires it will be. At least you know that you feel good, you can stand up. Definitely he will fail in that too. Everybody definitely will be going into the base. Soft tires, medium tires. They're going for the mediums. They are going to go for the mediums. Will soft tires be stronger? 5 laps. Who's going to decide? It's going to be softs. Who's going to decide? Softs might be the better strategy. Everybody's going to go safe. You're going to go for the mediums. Mercedes, soft tire. Angry Badger going for the risk here. Who else going for the soft? Viva is going to be mediums for him. Softs for Mr. P. Oh, this is heating up here. Iceman Ice Cold. Soft or mediums. He's going to have to change his wing. Lucky him, he can't change his wing here. What is he going to be? Is he going to be the mediums? Let's just drop his tire on the floor there. Okay, looks like he's going to be the mediums for him. Kers, PRV Widgets, and Kers probably will be going for the mediums, all the soft tires. But Angry Badger and Mr. P here decided softs might be the one. The cars are lighter now. And we're just going to have about 3 laps of racing. What the else learn on school? The alphabet. God, all these dad jokes are dropping. Okay, now predict anybody who can predict who's going to be our winner here, because the medium tires maybe they'll be the best right at the end, but the thing is that we're only going to have like 3 laps of racing, so those soft tires will be able to stay strong. I don't know why the drivers decided to go for the mediums. I don't think soft tires will be bad after like 5 laps, especially at the end of the race when the cars are way lighter and the track has been used a lot, where tire wear isn't as strong as the start of the race. Because start of the race you can't take those soft tires up about 6-7 laps, so at the end of the race maybe the soft tires will be the best option. PRV on the soft, Kers on the soft. Iceman and Kers definitely will be happy there because the fact that they've gotten those 3-second time penalties, but the rest of them without penalties. So to get their places, they're gonna have to make up places as we are racing. The safety car definitely will be coming into the pits at the end of the next lap, because that is when Kers at the back will be joining the pack. I believe he will definitely be able to join the pack before the end of this lap. So how many laps is that going to be? That's 25, 26, 27, 28. 4 laps of racing. 4 laps of racing. 6 laps they will do on those softs, but 2 of those laps were not racing laps. Only 4 of those laps will be racing laps. So we will see the Red Bull of Iceman now catching up to them. And PRV, alright. This is going to be an interesting one. I'm done reading your dead jokes, man. I'm done reading your dead jokes. If you guys want to read those jokes, go ahead and read them. they're not coming on to the stream. Never. Kers and PRV, double up, double up, double up, double up. I know these two will be absolutely happy. They've had boring races now. They finally can catch up to the pack and maybe, just maybe, have enough to gain more places. If PRV can stay close to Iceman, he will get that P9. Maybe make the move on Dog Simon. This is about to be an interesting end of the race. The Intertier, something I've noticed about the Intertier, no matter how many drivers you have on track, it's going to be an interesting one. This race, if it did go to the end without the safety car, it's still going to be an interesting one, as we're watching Merc reel in Deck, watching Viva reel in Angry Badger and Mr. P. But now they're all bunched up again. Let's see exactly what they will do. The safety car will be coming in on this lap. Who is going to be your winner here in the opener for the Intertier season 9 in UFRL? Declan leads the way after getting pole position. Pole position, you do not get that extra point, so he doesn't get extra points. So we're looking for the win. Extra point will be going to Merc though, as he has the fastest lap. Maybe someone could get that fastest lap on this final one. I bet you can wait for it. Yeah, I was talking about you, Hazer, earlier. You probably were not in the chat. That's when the chat was quite empty. Hazer will be back after a 2-race ban, missing the final race that could have gotten him a championship if he did race, and he has to miss this one too. But next week, Hazer will be back as Deck goes now. He didn't waste time whatsoever. The Mercedes of Angry Badger are going wide a little bit there, but he wouldn't get that 3-second penalty as they head now to turn 1. Mr. P round the outside of Angry Badger, trying to keep that pace. Angry Badger doesn't want to make it easy for the Visa RB. Can he complete that move? This is not what these two will want. You don't want to keep fighting when you have the likes of Black Panther, Merc, and Deck fighting in front. Merc looking for around the outside, switching back to the inside. They're gonna hold it. They know that they're gonna have that DRS and they can keep going. Mr. P now will get back up to the top 3 in front on those soft tires. Will those soft tires work to perfection for him, as Viva behind the Mercedes trying to make that move, not completing the move, as Dog now is falling out of the DRS, not exactly what he wants. PRV Widget though making a move on Iceman. Looks like Iceman with another mistake there, and the 2 Red Bulls not having a good day here, as PRV Widget now has cleared them. And 3-second penalty for Angry Badger, so definitely that will be the end of his race when it comes to competing for the top here. Mr. P now can't pull away from him on those soft tires. How will he work for the Visa RB? Maybe this will be saving grace for the Visa RB. He was going to settle for P4, maybe lower than that, as he was fighting the drivers in front, but now he has the opportunity to even try and win this race here. Merc right behind McLaren. The two oldest constructors will be fighting for the race win here, as Viva has cleared the Mercedes of Angry Banter. They will not have that DRS, so definitely they will be in their own fight here. Mr. P in a perfect position. Black Panther will be looking at the two drivers squabbling in front for that race win. Declan has been holding this race lead for a very, very long time. Definitely will be hurt if he loses it right at the end, with 3 more laps to go, including this one, as Merc trying to run down the inside, to switching to the outside as he heads to the next corner. He's not going to be close enough. He's not going to go for the move yet. He knows the DRS has been enabled now. He will be looking to make it a DRS move, maybe making the move before the penultimate lap of this race, or at the penultimate lap of this race will be the perfect strategy, as Mr. P's soft tires will now start getting to a point where they might be falling off compared to the mediums. Maybe they'll fall off right at the end of this race on lap 28. That is where all the mediums have to do, is make sure that Mr. P doesn't stay close to them right at the end. Angry Badger now losing more places. Simon has moved up. The Visa LBs will be getting the most points here today. Then I believe will be the McLarens, who are doing a good job, but Visa LBs will be leading your constructors at the end of this one, as long as Mr. P and Simon can keep their places or maybe make up more places, as Merck now has taken the lead of this race. As it's Declan now, it's going to stay very close. He knows still time to go, still 2 laps to go, still some places to make the move on the driver in front. Mr. P is doing his best here to try to catch up to Ben. It looks like his best is still not enough, as they are going very wide there. It looks like the McLaren did go wide there. Maybe lucky enough didn't get that 3-second penalty. Keep going now. Viva, as always the best of the rest. No matter what, in front of him is always the very quick drivers that you expect to finish in front of him. At the end of the race, he always gets to the point where he says everybody else. And can he do that once again? Finishing in P3 last season, a respectable P3 in the championship, just right behind Mano and Mr. P respectively. As he have a good start of the season here, now pulling out of that DRS from Simon, exactly what he will be looking for. Mr. P though doesn't look like he has the strength on those tires anymore to keep the 3 drivers in front. He will be fighting for the race lead. Deck has taken back his race lead here. Merck definitely did not fight that too hard. They definitely will be saving the ERS coming to the final lap of this race. On the penultimate lap here, will that Ferrari decide it is here that he is going to make his move? Down the straight they go. Black Panther is going to be behind him. I'm going to be gaining on him. The Ferrari, would he be using the ERS to keep that Williams behind? The Williams side by side with the Ferrari, and they're making a little bit of contact. 3 wide, they're going to go there. Black Panther probably needs to give a little bit more space there, but Black Panther will take the lead of this race, taking 2 drivers in one, as they're going to go side by side now. The Ferrari and Weekend's Ferrari getting up to P2. Declan dropping to P3. Mr. P can't put pressure on Declan, trying it around the outside, but Deck is going to keep that P2 on the final lap of this race. Merck, down the inside. Deck is going to dive for it, and Merck will try to fight it around the outside. Maybe he's going to hold it. Maybe he's going to keep his place in P2. It looks like Deck has that P2 coming out of this corner. And on the final lap of this race, who is going to be your winner? Who is going to be the one leading as they head to that final DRS zone? The McLaren down the inside. Merck's trying it around the outside there. They don't want to be fighting too hard. They still have that DRS opportunity, as Merck is still trying to run down the inside. Declan is going to keep that P2. Coming to the final moments of this race, will Black Panther run away from this as they're fighting behind? That is not what they will want, as Declan now can't stay close enough to Black Panther in front, and they are all going to be recharging that ERS. Does Black Panther, though, as you can see on his dashboard, have enough to defend from the drivers behind him? And on the final lap, the final tour of this race, who is going to be your winner? Deck is definitely going to gain on Black Panther. Can Merck join this? Merck doesn't look like he will be close enough, so it's going to be between these two. Deck has taken the lead of this race. Deck looks like he is going to be your winner. Another brilliant race here. Deck keeps his cool. The McLaren definitely is going to cross the line in P1. starting from pole position, finishing in pole position as Declan crossed the line to win here at China. Black Panther will take P2, Merck finishes in P3, Mr. P takes P4, Viva will take P5, Simon for the Visa B team in P6, Dog will take P7 after penalties for Andy Badger, the Mercedes pair in P8 and P9, and the Red Bull pair in P10 and P11 as Kez will cross the line now. Unbelievable ending to that race. Deck kept his cool, and Deck is your winner. Absolutely top stuff from the drivers there as they were squabbling all the way to the end. Maybe some incidents, maybe not. We'll see if these drivers send anything as Deck Superman flies into the top of the podium. Big Shoe takes the big win. If you know, you know. Big Shoe, thumbs up for him, and his team will celebrate because we know the champagne is going to taste the best. The McLaren cap. Papaya does it again. It's another win for the old constructors. There you go. They celebrate. The three oldest constructors will finish on the podium: Ferrari, the Williams, and the McLaren. And there you go. Mr. P will take the fastest lap at the end. The 1:33.1. Who will take that extra point? And a good first race here in the Inter-Tier. I see heated up right at the end. We're going to show race incidents to make sure everybody gets them. We already have shown the finishing order. Just 12 drivers finishing today. And that's the end of the week. And the end of this season opener week in UFRL for season 9. As we'll be back again in Tier 1 for Las Vegas, which definitely will be an exciting race to watch. Baird won the first race of the season, and will it be another charge for the Visa man and the Visa team will be looking to grab another constructor. Williams though are leading in the constructors, by the way. Any Williams driver in chat, you are leading the constructors going in to going up after round 1, so that's probably a good thing to hear there. And we'll see if Williams, after having 2 struggle seasons, P9 and P7, I believe, for the past 2 seasons, season 7 and 8, can they finish in P1 this season? They will have competitors definitely, as the Visa RB, the Mercedes and the Alpine definitely would not be making it easy for them. But can Pesci lead his squad to a constructors title? When we return on Monday for Tier 1 round 2 at Las Vegas, I have been Willie Fernandez. We have been UFRL. Good night. Goodbye. See you on Monday.